Well, we've got about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So we're back in the gym again, putting in that work. The usual routine. There's nothing new except for this new merchandise. You know, feel good, feel relaxed. I chose some more khaki green today because it represents war. You know what I mean? Let's get it in.
Feeling like I'm ready for the top. Got the pedal to the metal. I've been grinding non-stop, killing every instrumental, and I knew just what I wanted. Now I gotta go and get it, and I'm never looking back, only looking where I'm headed. And I doubted for a minute, trying to get another one. So now I can never settle. Gotta be one of the best. Got me feeling like Marcelo.
Let's see where we're at. I think as a heavyweight, you do have to focus on your weight. Bit better. I think that's better. 111. For this fight, if I could come in at 112 max, 112, I'm pushing 130, but 112 would be good. I'd be happy. The last fight with Takam, I come in at 116, 117. It's not good, man. That's what I used to think, is that the bigger you are, the more power, right? But that's not the key. The quicker you are, the more you can flow. So when I started realizing I have to watch my weight, I need to keep my weight down as a heavyweight.
Got my slides on, fam. 10 toes, you get me? No more sunshine.
Let it snow, finally, it's good night. How I'll hate going out in the storm.
We ready? We ready?
But if you really
We ready?
hold me tight.
Oh! See,
Life is tough. So when it gets tough in my journey, believe me, I'm not the only one going through it. So it keeps my head high, my feet on the ground, and I keep striving because we're here once. It's a cycle of life that we're not all here forever. And I'm just very in tune with the reality of, I know that my life won't last forever. So I keep motivated and just say, while I'm here, I'm just gonna do what I've got to do and live life the best way I think.
Lean back, both of you, if that's okay. Look at a bit more of a relaxed look. Amazing. Usyk. Gonna get you to crouch down a little bit, almost like you're leaning over. And Charlotte, if you would go on the left hand side, please. You're gonna do women's boxing.
Try it.
And there's one last one. One more. There you go. Perfect. One last one. Great. Good, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your time. No problem.
Remember my red collar, you know? It's Ukrainian warriors.
You have this.
Yeah, you know, it's like similar. Yeah. Because it's 17th century. Yeah. Ukrainian Cossack who protecting not Ukrainians, Rus, because time is don't have Ukraine, but this is yes, it's protect.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Good size. Yeah.
If we see Wilder Joshua, which we may do here in the Kingdom, who do you have winning that fight?
Woo! Joshua's punches fit pretty. No, he punches pretty hard, but Wilder punches pretty fast.
Few people imagined that Anthony Joshua would return so quickly. Just 2 months after a tragic car accident that took the lives of 2 of his closest friends and trainers. But in recent days, heavyweight boxing fans have had plenty to talk about. AJ has been making headlines, with growing signs that a return to the ring later this year could be on the horizon. At the same time, Joshua has developed an unexpected bond with Oleksandr Usyk. The two fighters have been trending across social media, sharing clips of their joint training sessions and gym work, capturing the attention of fans worldwide.
We drink. You like coconut? Yes, you like. We drink cold coconut with ice and music, reggae. Yeah. No long step. No tension. No tension. Long, yeah.
Perfect.
20 seconds. Good coconut. Yeah. Delicious. Long step. Long step. Yes. Help your hand, relax. Boom, hands. Boom. Boom.
Well done.
Watching Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk train side by side feels unusual and completely out of the ordinary. These are two of the most recognized figures in the heavyweight division now working together. It's important to remember that Usyk defeated Joshua twice just a few years ago, making them direct competitors for a long time. In a recent interview, Usyk explained why he decided to team up with Joshua in the gym. The Ukrainian champion is preparing for his first crossover bout against Rico Verhoeven scheduled for May, and he required a strong training partner for that preparation. However, his purpose went beyond simply bringing Joshua in for sparring duties.
Anthony Joshua has come over for the event this evening. You have shown him around Ukraine. What did you show him and what went on last night? We saw the videos of the dinner together. How was that?
I show Anthony my national food, my culture, Ukrainian music, my church, and place for me, important for me place, and Maidan is like now is like a memorial, not only Ukrainian, who help Ukrainian, who protect Ukrainians, UK guy, European, USA, Australia, all world. We speak with Anthony, and he say, oh, listen, this is young guy, it's 2000 years, 25, 26, 19, 45, it's... Then you, oh my God, it's a big problem. I say, yeah, brother, it's a big problem. But Anthony like Ukrainian foods, like a borscht. Borscht. I very appreciate what Anthony here. Now is my big brother. It's not rival. It's not my rivals. It's not my opponent. It's my partner. It's my brother, AJ.
Oleksandr Usyk recently made statements that caught the attention of the heavyweight boxing world regarding Anthony Joshua. The Ukrainian champion expressed his willingness to guide Joshua and support him in his effort to reclaim championship success. Joshua has been without a world title for more than 4 years, and Usyk has now stepped forward with the goal of helping him work his way back to the top, with the ambition of reaching undisputed status by 2027. However, uncertainty still surrounds Anthony Joshua when it comes to his next opponent. He no longer holds a title and has spent several months out of action. Facing a currently active and high-level heavyweight right away could jeopardize his path toward becoming undisputed before it truly gets underway. One of the most talked about options for his return is a clash with Tyson Fury. Similar to Joshua, Fury is without a championship at the moment and has also been out of a ring for an extended period. On paper, it presents an intriguing matchup. The Gypsy King has also responded to the recent training sessions between Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk, adding further attention to the situation.
You got Usyk and Joshua teaming up, two fucking sausages fruits with the masks on training, and you got me and my boy here, the two best drinkers, partiers in the game, ain't no better than us. Oh, Pablo J and Tyson Montana.
During a segment on TalkSport, Gareth A. Davies shared a major update, suggesting that the deal for the bout has already been finalized. According to him, Anthony Joshua is set to take part in one of the most significant matchups of his career. Davies indicated that the fight could be scheduled for the end of this year or possibly the beginning of the next. Before that, Joshua is expected to return to the ring for a tune-up contest around June or July.
Last thing we want is anything to halt the opportunity of AJ Fury. No, he's going to have a warm-up fight. Listen, the Fury-Joshua fight is signed, okay? It is signed in the background. I've got that on good authority. I can't put it out there as a scoop, but they are moving towards it. I interviewed Rico Verhoeven. Who's it signed with? For a cover story It's with. I mean, it's with the big money people. It'll be on Netflix.
When you say signed, do you mean agreed or do you mean
It's signed. Agreed. They are moving towards it. But they both want the fight. Funnily enough, last week, the day before I went to see Tyson Fury, I interviewed Rico Verhoeven for the cover story of Ring magazine in May, before he steps into the pyramids at Giza to fight Oleksandr Usyk. We can have our own debate about what we think about the WBC title being on the line.
You know what I think?
But Rico in that interview said he had absolutely signed to fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
That fight was definitely on. Joshua will have to have a fight in June or July, I imagine. And then Fury and Joshua will be late in the year. It could even be next year. But it's on the cards and it's going to happen.
The discussion on TalkSport also touched on the level of attention surrounding this matchup. While both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are no longer in the peak years of their careers, interest from fans remains strong. Even so, the bout continues to draw significant anticipation, with many viewing it as one of the most notable heavyweight clashes in British boxing history. In addition, both fighters are expected to secure substantial earnings from the event, making this period an ideal window for the contest to happen.
Of course, and there's been many opportunities along this journey for him to make that particular fight, and for various reasons, that fight hasn't materialised. It would be an absolute travesty if, and I'm convinced that in 10, 15, 20 years' time, when it is all said and done, if they look back on their careers and they didn't fight each other, I think they'll be disappointed.
Yeah, and also they won't have earned the 100 million each they're going to earn for it as well. So that plays into it too. But like you say, it's a big bragging rights fight for both men, John.
I think it's too late. You know, it's not a career-defining fight. It's not an era-defining fight because they've missed the boat.
So you're not going to be there with us when it happens?
Of course I'm going to be there. Of course I want to see it. But, you know, you can't say that it's defining careers.
No, but now the line is Spencer's right, because people will talk about it forever. It doesn't matter when it was. People talk about the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight, and they're about to fight again in their blooming 40s after they fought in their...
Even though fans are eager to see this matchup, it seems unlikely that either Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury would step straight into such a major fight after spending a long period away from competition. Fury himself avoided giving a clear answer when questioned about a potential clash with Joshua. The Gypsy King is currently preparing for a bout against Arslanbek Makhmudov this weekend, and he chose not to discuss any plans beyond that. When the topic of facing AJ came up, his response caught many by surprise.
I just want to get as many big fights as I can at this stage in my career. You know, I've won every belt there is to win. I've completed the game in boxing. I've won all the alphabetical belts. So it's not really about a belt anymore. It's just I want to make that Joshua fight that's been supposed to happen for the last 10 years, but didn't happen. Obviously, I got this big fight in front of me with Makhmudov, the first fight in the UK on Netflix, so that's going to be a big occasion. And then we don't know what the third fight might be this year. I'm aiming for 3 fights this year. Maybe if it's a good fight between me and AJ, which I don't think it will be.
It won't be.
It'll be a blowaway. Then a rematch. But if not, then we'll see. We'll see. You know, it's like I said at the beginning of this interview, it's an end of an era. You know, I turned pro in 2008. Most of these guys were still in the nappies when I was #1 ranked in the world, fighting at Madison Square Garden in 2012. They were still boxing amateur. So yeah, I've been in this game a long time, and for me, boxing's not a sport. Boxing's my life. It's the only thing I know how to do, and I've tried. God knows I've tried to retire so many times. I believe it's 5 times.
The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, did not appear particularly focused on a showdown with Anthony Joshua. Instead, his preference seems to lean toward a second bout with Oleksandr Usyk, rather than what many consider the biggest fight in British heavyweight boxing. In a separate conversation, alongside former champions Lennox Lewis and David Haye, Fury did acknowledge the possibility of facing Joshua. He also repeated his plan to compete 3 times in 2026. Even so, His comments continue to suggest that a rematch with Usyk remains higher on his list than a fight with AJ.
By the way, for the folks that
concentrate
yeah.
on my own guy here and see where this goes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've had 2 fights with him. He's beat me fair and square twice, hasn't he? I can't do any more. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's closed for now. I'm going to concentrate on this big Russian fella and then Anthony Joshua. And then maybe as the third fight, I want 3 fights this year, Lennox. If I'm back, I want a real go at it. I don't want to be inactive. I want to have a real run this year. And I want to do April, maybe September and December. So maybe Usyk will be that December fight. But if it's going to happen, it's got to happen here. I'm not going abroad again. No way. It's got to happen here.
Tyson Fury has not entirely dismissed the possibility of facing Anthony Joshua. However, if that matchup does not come together, Joshua still has alternative paths to consider. One potential option is a bout with the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder, which could serve as a significant tune-up contest before pursuing a future clash with Fury.
It's good to be in the same room with him, to see him face to face. It's been a long time coming. I wish you nothing but the best, bro. And hopefully soon we can get it on in the ring and get the people what they want, once and for all. But I wish you nothing but the best, even if it doesn't happen. But I believe it's going to happen. I believe it will. It's about that time. But even if it don't, I wish you nothing but the best, nothing less.
Deontay Wilder, widely known as the Bronze Bomber, has an ongoing rivalry with Anthony Joshua and recently issued a challenge to the former champion following his win over Derek Chisora. Speaking at the post-fight press conference, Wilder made it clear that he is willing to face any opponent in the division, stating his intention to dominate the heavyweight scene. Even so, he specifically showed strong interest in stepping into the ring with Joshua next.
Did you exchange a few words with Anthony Joshua?
It wasn't an exchange. It wasn't a few words. I adapted up with him and I said, now let's get it on. And it was simple as that.
Does that imply you want next, Deontay?
I'm ready for whoever. It's whoever. As long as these guys is in the heavyweight division, I'm here. Like I said, you can call me Mr. Clean because I want to clean up the whole division. The heavyweight division is nothing without Deontay Wilder. The character that I bring, the things that I say. What other fighter make things go viral? From the things that he say from different interviews and stuff, I don't know not one. And with that being said, you need that type of character. Somebody that's real, somebody that's passionate about what he say and unapologetic for what he say, because I feel what I say and I mean what I say. These are not emotions that I speak from. This is passion in my heart that I speak from. A lot of these guys are scared to speak about certain things, especially in just. They're scared, but I am not. I'm not afraid, and a lot of people do things to stay relevant. But all my accomplishments, most of my accomplishments have been set in stone within a statute. So I don't have to do much to stay relevant, because when I die, I'll always be remembered.
The boxing community continues to show strong interest in this potential showdown. On the Show 3 Knockdown rule, hosts Mario Lopez and Steve Kim broke down the possible heavyweight clash between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Lopez raised doubts about Joshua's most recent outings, suggesting he did not look fully convincing and appeared vulnerable during his bout with Jake Paul. He also noted that Wilder still poses a serious threat, thanks to his explosive right hand and sharp reflexes, even if his physical movement has slowed with age. Kim supported that viewpoint, adding that Joshua's tendency to fight without constant forward pressure could give Wilder the space he needs to land his power shots effectively. Even though both men are no longer in their prime, the discussion concluded that a fight in England would still attract massive attention and fill stadiums. Ultimately, they agreed that from both a financial and competitive standpoint, a Joshua versus Wilder matchup remains one of the most logical options for Wilder's team.
The Joshua fight is interesting because based on what we saw last with Joshua, who I don't want to say was struggling against Jake Paul, but I didn't see anything to really impress me to think that this is going to be a cakewalk for Joshua either. I thought he was missing wildly, no pun intended, and against Wilder, he obviously has much more. And then he's been looking chinny too, Joshua. So he's always got, I think it's a very interesting fight. I honestly think Wilder's a live dog in that fight. Am I crazy?
No, you are not.
because you are absolutely right. Although he was really never in any danger of losing to Jake Paul.
He didn't look great.
I didn't say to myself, wow, that's an elite heavyweight.
It's exactly right.
I didn't. And let's face it, the last time he faced a real guy, he kept running in the right hands from Dubois and getting flattened. And
that's what I'm saying,
There were
Ken.
times when Wilder threw right hands that I don't even think he meant to throw it, just reflexively. He still has some sizzle and some heat on the right cross. Now, are his legs there? Not really. Is he a little bit flimsy? Maybe, but here's the thing. Joshua's never been a pressure fighter that takes space away from you. So he's not going to be able to crowd him and back him up. Do I believe that if you put that fight in England, you could still sell out a football stadium? Anthony Joshua and Wilder?
Yes.
Yes. So based on time and place, if you are the management and you're the handler of Deontay Wilder, Itama is not in the equation. It's only Anthony Joshua.
The heavyweight division appears to be coming alive again after a quiet stretch. For the first time in months, the sport's biggest names are positioning themselves with plans to make 2026 a major year for boxing. Oleksandr Usyk is preparing for a fight against Rico Verhoeven, while Tyson Fury is aiming to step into the ring multiple times. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua has returned to training and is edging closer to several high-profile matchups. The big question now is who Joshua will face next. Could the long-awaited all-British clash with Fury finally happen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. And don't forget to join the conversation in the comments. Stay tuned for more, and see you in the next one.